Hi everyone, so I'm just quickly going to do some swatches and a demo of the old version of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. I have shades, little sample shades of 1.5, 2, and 3. I meant to do this before they reformulated, but obviously that didn't happen. So before I talk too much about it, I don't have a lot to say. Let's look at the swatches. Hopefully this will help if there's any sort of like chart showing like old color to new color, because it does look like maybe the colors are a little different. Hopefully this will be helpful. I have shade 3 on my face right now. It's a little dark, but it's totally usable for me. So anyway, let's get to the swatches. This is the Armani Luminous Silk in the original formula in shade 1.5, 2, and 3. 3 is obviously the closest for me. So that's what I'm putting on my face today, or what I have on my face today. This is one of my favorite formulas and a good shade match for me, even if it's a little bit dark. It is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra in 95W. This one's a little bit closer to my neck color and also has a pretty good yellow undertone for me. It is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC5, the new version, not the original, which was really dark. And finally, for something that's a little pale, tends to look a little pink on me, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear in 0N1 Alabaster. All right, now that I've got the swatches done, so I opened up the little packages, I need to get this on my face ASAP. So I'm going to be using shade 3. Now, I expect it to be a little bit dark, but wearable. So let's see. There is not much in these little packets. I do not like a lot of coverage, so it shouldn't be a big deal. However, ooh, that's kind of dark. The smell. I wonder if the reformulated version still has fragrance. I'm guessing it does. People are weird about that. Yeah, so this is more like my face color as opposed to a little closer to my neck. My neck and hands and everywhere is lighter than my face. My face looks darker because of the freckles and the redness. This was on my list of things to try for so long because people were interested if there was like a pale color. And of course, I waited until literally it gets reformulated before I actually try my samples. So I'm going for light to medium coverage. Take down the redness. Kind of even out my skin tone. In theory, get it a little closer to my neck color. Go get my pneumonia vaccine. Since I have moderate asthma, they're letting me get my pneumonia vax early. Because the last 2 times that I've had an upper respiratory illness, I've had asthma exacerbations, and one of them was included like bacterial bronchitis, which she was a little concerned it was going to turn into walking pneumonia. It's like, you know what? They'll let me get my pneumonia vaccine early. I am taking it. I am liking how it looks. So it's a little dark, but not bad. Totally within the regular range of shades I wear. I'm going to put a little, concealer and the rest of my face, and then I'll be back. So I think it applies very pretty. This is literally the first and only time I'm going to wear this because I have such a small sample of it. It went on really nice. I will update like maybe on the screen or somewhere about how it wore. overall, I'm really happy with how it looks. The price on this foundation is always what kept me from buying it, and I was unsure of whether or not there would be a shade light enough. I would like something a tiny bit lighter, but this is clearly fine. My face is always going to be darker than my neck just because of the redness and freckles. And if I go like a full match to my neck or my hands, sometimes it can look a little stark and weird. So I do tend to go with something that's a little bit darker. In a perfect world, I would like something a little bit lighter, but this is doable. So anyway, I'm curious to see how the reformulation goes. I don't think it's necessarily available quite yet. I do see it on Sephora's site. So I don't know. This may or may not be helpful, but I did want to every time I saw those little samples, they were like taunting me, like, you haven't done that video. You said you were going to do that video. So now I did the video. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. I always love hearing from everyone in the comments. That's the best part of doing these videos. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you at some point in the future.